Good evening. I'm Sarah Coakley. Thank you for joining. I have more than 10 years experience in the shipping industry as an analyst. Thank you for coming to my presentation on navigating the waves of supply chain maritime piracy. What do you think are the most dangerous creatures of the sea? Sharks? Killer whales? No. Move over sharks and other sea creatures. There is a new challenger for the most dangerous creature of the sea. Modern day pirates. As the world becomes more interconnected, the safety and efficiency of sea routes are crucial for a smooth functioning international supply chain. Today, we will dive into maritime piracy and its overreaching effect on the global supply chain. We will begin with an introduction, which will look at the evolution of maritime piracy. Then we will move on to current threats and tactics used by pirates today. Next, we'll go through the direct impact pirates have on the supply chain. Lastly, we will examine international response efforts. Pirates have developed their ways since centuries ago. Remember Blackbeard? These historical pirates have often been romanticized in pop culture. The reality is, modern day piracy involves serious crimes and significantly impacts our global supply chain. In 1982, the United Nations got involved in mitigating piracy. The UN Convention of Law of the Sea, also known as UNCLOS, provides a legal reference. The UN wrote that modern piracy is illegal acts of violence or detention on the high seas. Leaving peg legs and the treasure hunting of Blackbeard in 1717, pirates have advanced to menace current shipping operations through small boats and arms by stalking international sea routes. Zones off the coast of West Africa and Southeast Asia, including the Strait of Malacca and China Sea, have emerged as high-risk areas. These pirates lurk, impacting the security of shipping vessels and disrupt supply chain operations. The high-risk zone off the coast of Africa in the Gulf of Aden is where well-known Somali pirates have increased their operations, spreading further into the oceans to avoid detection. According to the review of World Economics, the reasons for piracy surges are not entirely clear, but speculation comes from economic issues in pirates' own home countries. Pirate tactics have evolved in modern times. Pirates are after electronics, cargo, fuel, ransom payments, and even crew lives. The annual worldwide threat to shipping summary reported in 2020 that over 3,000 attacks have happened since 2013. These disruptive activities include stealing shipping vessel parts, crew food, kidnapping, unwelcome boarding, hijacking, firing upon ships, and other acts that pose a danger to boats and crews. Modern piracy significantly impacts supply chain by increasing the cost of goods. But how does this happen? Criminologist Dr. Ciotti from Italy shares that more than 80% of the world trade happens on open seas, making piracy incidences impactful to the global supply chain. Maritime piracy increases the overall cost of moving goods. It causes elevated wages due to dangers at sea, increased insurance payments, ransom payments, security expenses, and delivery and delays, and other downstream impacts. According to the article, The Pirate's Curse, Somali pirates have had an impact of upwards of $12 billion on the industry. Identifying the reason and frequency of pirate attacks is crucial to response efforts. Mark Chadwick, writer for the World Economic Forum, stresses the challenges of maritime piracy involve criminal acts in international waters, making it difficult to address. There is not one central authority that fights or investigates maritime piracy attacks. Instead, as we can see, a bunch of different organizations and nations are involved in response, making it difficult to monitor maritime piracy. The International Maritime Bureau, IMB, serves as a hub providing real-time reporting and information. The UN Council, NATO, European Union, and the US have also increased measures to protect shipping vessels and crew through bureaucracy and military patrol in high-risk zones. In conclusion, maritime piracy has a major effect on the global supply chain. Piracy has evolved since the years of Blackbeard. Modern pirate tactics include ransom, holding lives for hostage, and other elevated crimes. By addressing maritime piracy as an issue in supply chain, more effort can be done to safeguard our shipping routes. Thank you for joining me as I present my PowerPoint on navigating the ways of maritime piracy, where humans, not sharks, are a threat in the ocean causing significant impact to our global supply chain. For future reading, you can follow up with these references. Thank you for your time. I will open the floor for any questions.